What is up, YouTube? Galadite784 here, bringing you this week's monotype of the week. Yes, we missed last week, but that is okay due to URL stuff, and I believe if the schedule I have correct, I will be missing next week's monotype as well. Just the way it is, I have 2 battles going up next week, so be hyped for that. But anyway, we have a mono flying type today. We have a very interesting team I used Xatu, Mantine, and Pidgeot. Xatu was to set up screens, Light Screen Reflect. It did not have Light Clay, but it had Thunderwave and Nightshade as well. More of a support set than to do damage. Next is my Mantine, a special defensive wall. It takes a lot of damage from electric moves, but as you see in the first battle, it's beast. It's got Scald, Air Slash, Ice Beam, and Signal Beam for what I really never use Signal Beam. And the main attacker of the whole team, we have Pidgeot, Mega Pidgeot, come on, Mega Pidgeot, Hurricane, Heat Wave, Roost, and U-Turn I believe I have. So that's the team I used. I have 2 battles here for you. I'm going to bring you the first one right now. It was a pretty interesting battle, I'd say. The both are really interesting. I actually haven't watched this in a little bit of time, so sorry if my commentary is a little bit off. So yeah, so anyway, I led off with Xatu both battles. Then they had a Zapdos lead, which was kind of scary actually. I went for the light screen because I know Zapdos is a special attacker, and Thunder Shock they went for the first turn, which I thought was really funny, considering a light screen was up. It actually did a lot of damage. But anyway, I'm going to switch out here. I'm going to send in Mantine. I know that sounds really stupid. I was hoping they were going for another Thunder Shock, but they actually went for the Discharge this turn, which is going to do a load of damage. But look how well Mantine tanks that. It just does around half. It's 4 times effective. Okay, enough talking though. They used to go for second Discharge. I barely live it. I went for Ice Beam because it's super effective damage, and it's going to do the most against the Zapdos. And I can see it's probably somewhat bulky, but it's not all bulk. It has some attack. I don't even know if this is EVs, this is Battle Spot we're doing. But anyway, Mantine goes down. So then we send in Pidgeot. I decided for Pidgeot to Mega Evolve. That's how Pidgeot is. So I wanted to finish this thing off with Heat Wave because I know Nightshade from Xatu wouldn't kill it probably. I just want to get this thing out of here since Zapdos is a beast when it comes, especially with the mono flying. So Zapdos goes down. And my light screen goes away, but that is quite fine. They send in Lugia here, and now this is kind of the turning point of the entire battle. They have pressure, but it doesn't really matter. I go for the Hurricane because that's what Pidgeot does. I think that's a cool animation there. And it just barely does under half, but they get confused. And so that was really good considering they're using a Lugia. And they hit themselves some confusion, which was really good for me. Good luck. So I decided to go for another Hurricane since now I'm pretty sure it's in range. I might need like a higher roll. And it does knock out Lugia, which is really good. And they have their final Pokemon coming out here now. Well, I still have Xatu, which in the back, so it's not that big of a deal. Intimidate, I'm a special attacker, so that's not worrisome. It's actually going to be Mega Salamence, so another Ubermon, but it's whatever. I know I'm going to be faster than this thing. I know Hurricane's going to do a lot of damage, but Hurricane's probably not going to kill it. Sorry, my comment. I'm very jumpy right now. It does a lot, and Dragon Claw is going to connect. However, since I'm at full health, I'm going to live it quite fine and finish off the Salamence with a Hurricane. So that was the first battle. I won this battle. Pidgeot was basically sweeping the entire team. What can I say? Everything else was there for support at least. And now I'm going to get into the second battle here. This battle was alright. I think the first one was a little more enjoyable. But anyway, I'm facing this guy Javier. I think that's his name. I don't know. Anyway, I lead off with Xatu, and they have Shiny Arcanine here, which is pretty cool, I guess. I decided to go for the T-Wave after they intimidate me, because I didn't really know what it was going to be physical or special. Well, it's physical since it's using Crunch on Xatu, and I have full HP investment, so I'm just barely able to live that. I get the T-Wave off. I didn't want this thing being faster than my other Pokemon, so that's good. I decided here just to use Reflect to try to reduce the amount of damage this thing's going to do. So I'm going to sack off Xatu, but I do have a Reflect up now, which is good. I know Crunch is still going to knock me out, but this is for the Mantine mostly, since Mantine has a huge special defense, and since I have Assault Vest on it as well, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, it's definitely not taking any hits, but since its physical defense is rather bad, I need to get the Reflect up to take some hits. They switch out, so that's telling me they don't have any moves for me. I still went for the predictable Scald, because anything doesn't want to catch a Scald Burn. So, since this Greninja came in, I was hoping for the Scald Burn, and I don't get it, but that's okay. This Greninja actually has Ice Punch, so it's a physical Greninja, so I was actually really hoping for that burn on that. But since it reflects up, I'm taking it rather well. I decided to go for the air slash because it's my second strongest move next to Scald, and it does quite a lot of damage. And since it's a reflect is up, I'm gonna take this ice punch quite fine and knock out the Greninja with air slash. But yeah, you don't see a Greninja get beaten by a Mantine every day. It could usually have gone the other way if that reflect wasn't up. But yeah, alright, so we have this problem Hawlucha here. This was the main problem on their team, believe it or not. They decided to go to Acrobatics, which is fine. I decided to just let Mantine go. So Pidgeot was my final Pokemon I had. Now, I know before Mega Evolving, this Pidgeot's going to be slower than Hawlucha. And I think even after Mega Evolving, it's still slower. I'm not sure, to be honest. Hawlucha's basically kind of got paper thin defenses, so I wasn't worried about knocking it out. I was worrying that it's going to knock me out. I gained a little bit of defense by Mega Evolving, and then I think that's what had me live that move. So I go for the Hurricane, and Hawlucha just gets absolutely annihilated, which is really good. But they still have that Arcanine. It's paralyzed, but it's at full health, and Arcanine can be pretty bulky. So it's down to Pidgeot versus Arcanine. I know I cannot take a hit from this thing. This thing does have Intimidate, but that doesn't really matter at this point. So I'm just going to go for the, hopefully get the Confusion, Paralyzation hacks with this Hurricane. And it does not. It just does over half, and Crunch connects. And that is GG. And that is it for this Monotype. Pidgeot did pretty well, I have to say. Pidgeot was definitely the MVP of all these battles.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it.